Jiang Yu arrived at the first central hospital in his city, seeking a consultation with an ophthalmologist. The doctor meticulously gathered details from Jiang Yu and revisited the symptoms he was experiencing. Jiang Yu described occasional blurriness in his vision, revealing that when he looked at objects, a red stripe with hovering numbers often appeared above them. Intrigued, the doctor inquired about the specific number visible on the strip. Jiang Yu responded that the number 18 was illuminated on the strip. Curiously, Jiang Yu impulsively questioned whether this number represented his age, leaving the doctor momentarily perplexed and questioning if Jiang Yu had ended up in the wrong department. Jiang Yu's thoughts wandered, considering if these numbers were ominous indicators, perhaps linked to mortality. Amidst his contemplations, he unintentionally missed the doctor's inquiry. Apologetically, Jiang Yu explained his distraction, and the doctor urged him to approach the examination with more seriousness. Recommending a standard eye exam, the doctor found no abnormalities, included that Jiang Yu's eyes appeared normal. However, a sudden onset of an attack enveloped Jiang Yu's eyes in a red veil as he walked down the corridor. To his surprise, he observed stripes above people's heads, reflecting their life force. Jiang Yu, now able to see clearly, left the hospital, passing an advertisement for a night watch unit claiming safety in the 99th year of the cataclysm. As Jiang Yu strolled home, his surroundings took an unexpected turn. While bending down to tie his shoelaces, he realized a dramatic shift. His city distorted and shrouded in dark shadows. A woman rushed past him, seemingly oblivious to his presence, engaging in a battle against otherworldly creatures alongside fellow fighters. Jiang Yu observed the dire situation, but was interrupted by the appearance of an unknown creature resembling the sun, radiating exorbitant vital signs. As heavenly drops began to fall from the sky, illuminating Jiang Yu with a subtle glow, his perception of reality underwent a profound transformation. In a split second, Jiang Yu regained consciousness at a crosswalk in his city, reflecting on the vital role the Night Watch Army played in the 99th year of the cataclysm. However, nagging doubts about the city's safety lingered, prompting Jiang Yu to question if it was all an elaborate facade. Approached by a merchant selling medicine, Jiang Yu was taken aback by the audacity of peddling drugs amidst a city teeming with monsters. After a brisk trade, Jiang Yu purchased a bottle of divine oil and boarded a bus, contemplating whether he had taken recent events too seriously. The bus announcer signaled the arrival at Southern Street. Suddenly, shadows thickened around Jiang Yu, plunging him back into the gloomy world he had encountered minutes ago. Shaking off the strange visions, Jiang Yu resolved to scrutinize his surroundings upon reaching home. After a shower, he noticed a familiar pattern on his chest, recalling a recent search for a comic book in the library. The pattern pulsated with energy, causing intense discomfort. Jiang Yu, pouring hot water over the area, managed to alleviate the itching and pain, restoring calmness. Examining himself in the mirror, Jiang Yu discovered his life bar was now at its maximum. However, his joy was interrupted by strange sounds and the emergence of a writhing shadow behind him. Panic set in as the shadow disappeared, only to return later. Jiang Yu, accustomed to the bizarre, acknowledged the fatigue that had taken hold and left the bath, reassuring himself that, amidst the peculiarities, all was in order. Opening the door to his room, Jiang Yu found himself face to face with a black silhouette that bore a striking resemblance to himself. Staring at the enigmatic creature, Jiang Yu marveled that miracles were undeniably unfolding in his life. The pattern on his chest began to ache, prompting him to clutch it, attempting to gather his thoughts. While relieved that his shadow hadn't vanished, the realization that it was now alive left him perplexed. After dressing in his home clothes, Jiang Yu issued commands to his shadow, instructing it to raise its hand and perform a dance, both of which it executed effortlessly. Scratching his head in bewilderment, Jiang Yu contemplated the origin of this animated shadow. However, his musings were interrupted by a burst of light emanating from his chest, flying into the center of the room, a wisp displaying data and characteristics of his shadow. The light conveyed that the shadow existed solely thanks to Jiang Yu, possessing all his memories and strength while being capable of executing simple tasks without consciousness. Curious, Jiang Yu reached out to touch the shadow, realizing its lack of consciousness rendered it mute. Eager to explore their shared memories, Jiang Yu delved into his notebooks. Extracting a math assignment, extending the pen to the shadow, he tasked it with solving the equations, and to his surprise, the shadow adeptly completed the task. Expressing frustration, Jiang Yu berated the shadow for not deciding for itself, emphasizing that he would have solved it in 2 minutes. Undeterred, he assigned the shadow a creative task, asking it to draw a picture of a horse. The shadow swiftly embarked on the artistic endeavor with incredible speed, leaving Jiang Yu astonished. While the shadow was engrossed in drawing, Jiang Yu explored its other abilities, discovering the shadow bite skill, enabling it to absorb shadows and strengthen itself. Intrigued, Jiang Yu decided to test the limits. heading to the corner of his room to attempt touching the shadow. Despite Jiang Yu's persistent mental and physical efforts, nothing transpired in his attempts to touch the shadow. Frustrated, he returned to the screen, delving into the description of the shadow pupil's skill, suspecting its connection to the strange visions haunting his mind. Instructing the shadow to cease drawing and perform push-ups, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. Instead of following orders, the shadow slowly merged with the floor, disappearing without a trace. Jiang Yu, bewildered and shouting incomprehensibly, demanded the immediate reappearance of his shadow. After a moment, a shadow funnel materialized in the air, and the shadow jumped out as if from a portal, appearing pleased with itself. Jiang Yu, unimpressed by the spectacle, questioned why the shadow had run away. In response, the shadow grabbed a notepad and pen, revealing it had been on the dark side doing push-ups. Jiang Yu suggested that shadow training might be more effective there and requested the shadow to continue. Silent agreement led the shadow to disappear into the floor again, leaving Jiang Yu alone in the room. Putting away his notebooks, Jiang Yu picked up a stylus from his graphics tablet, ready to focus on his work. However, severe fatigue eventually overcame him, causing the main character to fall asleep. A scream from the front door abruptly woke him, prompting him to open the door for his guest, his beloved childhood friend, Yao Yao. As Yao Yao slipped into the apartment, Jiang Yu questioned why she came so early. Yao Yao, perplexed by Jiang Yu's actions, admitted she couldn't decipher his messages. The sudden loud sound of a door closing startled Yao Yao, leading to a tense confrontation. Jiang Yu, surprised by his newfound power, explained that he had only done a few exercises, mentally linking the results to the shadow training. Yao Yao, intrigued yet cautious, inquired about the transformation, noting that Jiang Yu seemed different. Unsatisfied with Jiang Yu's explanations, Yao Yao lifted his t-shirt to examine his abs, accusing him of lying about achieving such results with just a few exercises. Before we continue, take a moment to answer the question of the day. What is the coolest manhwa power? Comment down below for a chance to be shouted out. Now, back to the recap. She recounted witnessing her father engaging in dubious activities and urged Jiang Yu to reconsider. Brushing off her concerns, Jiang Yu dismissed any involvement in such matters. Suddenly, Yao Yao grabbed Jiang Yu's hand and secured a bracelet on it, claiming it was a pollution index device. She explained that murder, foreign objects, and insults contributed to pollution. Jiang Yu, pondering the strange book stuck in his chest, wondered if it could be useful. Dark energy pulsed in his chest, instilling fear that the device might detect it. Observing Yao Yao brandishing a gun, Jiang Yu feared for his life, but the device signaled no contamination, and Yao Yao continued calmly. Yao Yao justified her cautious behavior, citing her father's teachings. Attempting to change the subject, Jiang Yu mentioned his recent drawings, inviting Yao Yao to take a look. Intrigued, Yao Yao agreed, asking to see the drawings soon. Later, Jiang Yu lay on the bed, acknowledging the situation had been close to critical. Monitoring his shadow's progress, he noted its growing strength and skills. Realizing it had trained rigorously throughout the night, Jiang Yu decided to summon the shadow to express gratitude for its hard work, contributing to his enhanced strength. Recognizing the potential for further progress, he proposed increasing the difficulty. Receiving tacit consent from the shadow embarked on intense training with seemingly impossible exercises. Unaware of the true nature of Jiang Yu's conversation, Yao Yao, hearing his motivational speech, assumed he was talking to himself during training, realizing her worries were unfounded. The next day, Jiang Yu strolled down the street, realizing he continued to gain strength without experiencing any pain. Eager to push his limits, Jiang Yu intensified the shadow training, and the results quickly manifested. On a particular day, Uncle Lee, a military veteran who had lost an arm during an operation, visited. Jiang Yu aspired to become as strong as his uncles through rigorous training. After days of procrastination, Jiang Yu finally decided to train himself, starting with 10 push-ups. Post-training, he checked the shadow's statistics and noticed a significant slowdown in progress. Realizing that evolving would be challenging at the current pace, Jiang Yu contemplated moving into the dark world for a potential boost. Moments later, he materialized in his room, enveloped in a dark aura. Venturing outside, Jiang Yu walked through the dark world to scout the surroundings. He observed that access to the dark side required traversing a dark space, noting the striking similarity between the dark and real worlds. Unbeknownst to him, dark whispers thickened around him, forming something sinister. Jiang Yu, losing his vigilance, failed to notice the ominous presence until he heard someone behind him. Assuming it was his shadow, Jiang Yu turned around to face a monstrous entity with a huge mouth and razor-sharp teeth. The shadow monster raised its weapon, preparing to strike. Reacting swiftly, Jiang Yu dodged the attack and activated the shadow's pupil, opening a portal to the real world just before impact. Diving into the shadow portal, he disappeared into the shadows, only to crash to the floor upon re-entering the real world. Admitting he was scared and uncertain of the entity's nature, Jiang Yu was relieved that the shadow exercises had enhanced his mobility. Seeking revenge, he armed himself with a chair, but subsequent rematches against the shadow monster proved unsuccessful. In one encounter, he narrowly avoided serious injuries, sustaining a cut wound in the process. Despite the injury, Jiang Yu successfully retreated, contemplating the challenges that lay ahead in his newfound mysterious journey. After a while, Yao Yao approaches him and aids in his recovery, tending to his wounds to help him regain strength. Jiang Yu reflects that scars embellish a person, prompting Yao Yao to sarcastically inquire if scars on the buttocks are considered decoration. Yao Yao contends that Jiang Yu's current pain signifies the imminent strengthening of his body. Inquiring about Yao Yao's plans for the month, Jiang Yu's reference to the last month confuses her. Jiang Yu reminds her of the ongoing martial arts exam, discussing the prioritization of battles in people's hearts and the prerequisite martial arts exam for joining the Night Watch. Jiang Yu learns that Yao Yao is hesitant about taking the exam. Yao Yao reveals her true passion for making music, acknowledging potential disapproval from her father. Jiang Yu, supportive of her aspirations, suggests her father may pose a challenge. Yao Yao expresses confidence in defying her father's wishes and notes the increasing pressure on the Night Watch recruits. Jiang Yu, contemplating the exam, harbors fears of failure, particularly if there are firearm tests and the looming possibility of a correctional camp. Seeking to use Yao Yao's detector, he surprises her with his request. Yao Yao suggests that he should run away and call the Night Watch for rescue instead. Intrigued by Jiang Yu's interest in the martial arts exam, she questions his intentions. Jiang Yu, somewhat flustered, reveals his plan to create comics, sparking Yao Yao's keen interest. Eager for details, she learns about Jiang Yu's original idea, a story about a kind-hearted skinny guy named Ben, constantly bullied on campus but devoid of resentment. Ben, endowed with incredible willpower, undergoes a remarkable transformation after receiving the super soldier injection. Despite the Night Watch units initially intending to keep him away from the battlefield, they dispatch him to various events to interact with high society. Jiang Yu leaves the story hanging at the intriguing point when powerful others invade the city. After some time, Yao Yao brings Jiang Yu to her home, urging him to settle down. She requests that he stay while she visits her father's room. Inside, Jiang Yu stumbles upon a romantic manga about sibling love on Yao Yao's bed, prompting him to ask about her preferences in the genre. Embarrassed, Yao Yao hastily snatches the manga, claiming it belongs to a friend. She instructs Jiang Yu not to touch her things and leaves the room. Smiling in his chair, Jiang Yu reflects on Yao Yao's unchanged nature and her inability to defend herself. His attention shifts to the guitar, a reminder of Yao Yao's lifelong love for music. Jiang Yu, reminiscing about their shared past, turns on the tape recorder, recalling how Yao Yao used to pester him as a child. Yao Yao returns, questioning Jiang Yu about when he started liking music, noting that he used to hate it. Without warning, she tosses virtual reality glasses to Jiang Yu, declaring that everything he needs is within them. Jiang Yu dons the glasses and descends into a boundless virtual space, finding himself in a virtual version of Shenju, the source of the cataclysm where others first appeared. Recognizing monsters reminiscent of those observed in the hospital, Jiang Yu theorizes the existence of a space called the Dark World between their world and Shenju's. He recalls that the shadow layer, resetting every 3 months, exposes the world's vulnerabilities during this period. Jiang Yu realizes that during these moments, others breach into their world. Lost in his research, he fails to notice a colossal other looming behind him in the virtual space. Fortunately for him, a powerful beam of light cascades onto the monster, dissolving it in a matter of seconds. Jiang Yu realizes that the savior is a humanoid creature, easily recognizable as a special one. He admires their cool appearance, harboring the hope that he might become like them one day. Jiang Yu understands that specials are individuals with human bodies who control immense power, but their use of that power comes at the cost of their lives. He recalls the constant struggle against pollution and alienation, with a high likelihood of turning into powerful others after death. From Jiang Yu's perspective, specials, upon sensing death, attempt to deplete themselves to avoid transforming into formidable entities. Removing his glasses, Jiang Yu is pleased with the images shown. When Yao Yao inquires about his impressions, he mentions the need to digest such a vast amount of information. In an unexpected turn, Jiang Yu asks Yao Yao to stretch his neck, receiving a disgruntled refusal. To persuade her, he offers 3 original paintings, letting her choose the content. With some reluctance, Yao Yao agrees, starting the process of happily stretching Jiang Yu's neck. Curious about the cause of his neck pain, Yao Yao learns it's due to training. She wonders if Jiang Yu is still working on his abs, and upon receiving an offer to touch, lifts his t-shirt to feel his rectus muscles. The intimate moment is interrupted by the sudden arrival of Yao Yao's father Lu, who had gone unnoticed. After some time, the trio silently dines in the kitchen, Zhang Yu refraining from starting a conversation. Zhang Yu notices Lu looking at him with an undisguised desire to confront him. Breaking the heavy silence, Yao Yao informs her father that he misunderstood. Lu asks Yao Yao what he didn't understand, asserting that his eyes are unlikely to deceive him. With no clear response, Yao Yao demands sane words from Zhang Yu. Adopting a serious expression, Zhang Yu pledges to drink 3 glasses as punishment, prompting Uncle Lu to rush at him, asking his daughter about his knife. Zhang Yu reflects on the stark contrast in personalities between himself and Yao Yao, acknowledging their childhood friendship despite the differences. While he was a bully, Yao Yao remained a diligent daughter. Zhang Yu suggests that Yao Yao's loyalty stemmed from a past incident where he protected her from bullies, leading her to accompany him on various adventures. However, Uncle Lu, wary of Zhang Yu, always kept Yao Yao at a distance. As Uncle Lu darkly takes out a cigarette ready to light it, Yao Yao intervenes and snatches it away disapprovingly. Breaking the tense atmosphere, Uncle Lu questions the duo about their activities in his absence. Zhang Yu confesses to researching information about others and specials, assuring Uncle Lu of their sincerity. Instantly, Uncle Lu's demeanor softens, and he inquires if Zhang Yu knows why the government keeps such information from students. After pondering, Zhang Yu admits he doesn't entirely understand the reason. Uncle Lu explains that everyone's heart is different, and sometimes evil prevails over kindness, attracting creatures from Shenzhou. Certain information is withheld to prevent despair from luring these creatures. Uncle Lu emphasizes that not everyone possesses enough willpower, and gaps in the heart can allow others to penetrate at any moment. Hence, tests are conducted to ensure only those with appropriate physical training can interact with the world of others. Despite precautions, Uncle Lu notes the world remains dangerous, beyond the control of current medical abilities. Zhang Yu acknowledges understanding Uncle Lu's instructions, but asserts he cannot miss the martial arts exam this year. Their conversation is interrupted by an urgent phone call, informing Uncle Lu of a mission concerning the Shadow Lair. Lu announces his immediate departure, revealing plans to take Zhang Yu on the night watch if he successfully passes all his exams. Zhang Yu adopts a serious demeanor once more, reassuring Uncle Lu that he and Yao Yao won't engage in any forbidden activities. However, Yao Yao takes offense at Zhang Yu's jests, playfully stretching his cheeks and screaming that they've never entertained such thoughts. After a while, Zhang Yu heads to the store, reflecting on his visit to Yao Yao's and realizing he didn't gather much new information. While wandering the store, he laments that the needed information is likely classified. Suddenly, his phone rings. Yao Yao asks him to buy eggs and a carton of milk. She attempts to add more items, but changes her mind, asking him to forget about it before hanging up. Zhang Yu understands that she wanted to ask for pads, but was embarrassed, deciding to buy them for her anyway. Returning home, he notes a month left before graduation, feeling disappointed that the training's effects are waning. Zhang Yu resolves to incorporate real shadows into his training. As he gazes at the moon, a sense of impending doom washes over Zhang Yu. Despite hesitating, he decides to stretch himself a bit. After ensuring no one is nearby, Zhang Yu opens a portal to the shadow world. Inside, he hears strange sounds and notices an approaching strip of life. A heavily wounded neighbor appears, silently falling to the floor. Zhang Yu recognizes him, questions why he's there. The neighbor remains silent. Behind the neighbor, Zhang Yu spots a familiar and painfully eerie creature, the shadow monster he fought days ago. Determined to end it, Zhang Yu clenches his fists. Tens of minutes earlier, a weary soldier surrendered his guard, expressing fatigue. His contemplation is interrupted by a cry for help from a nearby gateway. Having rushed to the desperate cries, the soldier is met with a chilling sight. A shadowy funnel relentlessly pulling 2 small children into the abyss. Stunned momentarily, he can hardly fathom that someone would so brazenly drag people into this dark world. The children's desperate pleas for help pierce the air as they are drawn deeper into the ominous portal. Shaking off his initial stupor, the soldier springs into action, determined to rescue the children. With a resounding shout of assurance, he lunges towards them, managing to grasp their tiny hands. Yet, in an unexpected twist, the portal's relentless force pulls him in alongside the frightened children, transporting them to a shadowy version of the alley. In this eerie realm, the children, now terrified, cry out for their mother. The soldier, feeling the weight of his own vulnerability, confesses his lack of weaponry and modest fighting skills. However, before he can ponder further, a swift, shadowy blow hurtles towards them. Gathering his wits quickly, the soldier successfully fends off the attack, only to realize that the portal has vanished, sealing off their return. In a moment of sober reflection, the soldier acknowledges the lurking danger, recognizing the presence of potential adversaries. Yet, most distressing factor remains the presence of helpless children in this shadowy realm. Realizing the limits of his abilities, the soldier resolves to send a distress signal and await rescue. Handing his device to the frightened children, he assures them that it will counteract the local pollution, urging them not to cry. As the children wipe away their tears, they affectionately address the soldier as brother and inquire if he can take them home. Determined, the soldier pledges to lead them out of this ominous place, emphasizing the importance of staying close to him. Suddenly, a lurking shadow monster, concealed in ambush, launches a surprise attack. Drawing on his martial arts background, the soldier reflects on his earlier achievements and struggles. Despite excelling in martial arts exams and securing top honors at the university, his diligence proved insufficient in this unfamiliar world. Fate intervened, compelling him to transition from the faculty of martial arts to the humanities, becoming an ordinary civilian employee. Returning to the present, the soldier analyzes the attacking shadow, identifying its half-human form and assessing it as of average level. The shadow, undeterred, lunges forward, but the soldier, drawing on his martial arts expertise, deftly evades the attack and delivers a swift counterblow to its side. Having delivered several successful blows to the soldiers, he rejoices, expressing that the once familiar feeling has finally returned. However, this moment of triumph leads to a lapse in his vigilance, allowing the shadow to seize the opportunity. The shadow forcefully grabs him, pushing him into the wall. Realizing the consequence of his overconfidence, the soldier acknowledges that his body was slower than his mind. He resolves to be more calculating. The shadow persists, delivering dozens of blows that the soldier barely manages to dodge. As the onslaught continues, the soldier recognizes that he cannot evade indefinitely and decides to take a risky step. Launching himself into the air, the soldier employs his shadow power, momentarily blinding the monster. However, the excessive use of this force begins to harm him gradually, polluting his soul. Despite his low qualifications, the soldier is compelled to utilize the shadow powers, aware that he has limited opportunities. Swiftly, the shadow monster adapts, delivering a precise blow to the soldier's chest. Stunned by the monster's quick adaptation, the soldier realizes that while any student from the Academy's combat department could handle the situation, it poses a great difficulty for him. Regardless, he believes he has no right to retreat and must bide his time until an opening presents itself. In the midst of the battle, the shadow monster pierces the soldier's shoulder with a successful attack. Without hesitation, the monster knocks the soldier to the ground, preparing to deliver a finishing blow. As the young fighter grapples with the pain, memories flood his mind. At 15, his family was killed, leading him to take a martial arts test at 18. Sensing the impending danger, the soldier, imbued with shadow power, evades the shadow's strikes and lands a precise kick to the creature's head, temporarily stunning the monster. The soldier seizes the opportunity to unleash a barrage of shadow attacks. Each strike, however, depletes the soldier's strength and he begins to weaken. Unable to finish off the monster in time, the soldier freezes, holding his heavy fist in the air. Seizing the moment, the shadow counterattacks, knocking the soldier off his feet and sending him flying. The soldier falls to the ground, admitting to himself that he cannot see anything, lamenting that his skills were not enough. As he sums up his life, he suddenly hears sounds not far from him. The source of the sounds is Jiang Yu, who loudly asks what is going on here. The soldier, struggling to see, tries to understand who is standing in front of him, but he does not recognize Jiang Yu as a member of the Night Watch. Jiang Yu approaches the soldier and advises him to rest, assuring him to rely on his assistance. The soldier recalls that the exit from the dark side is tightly controlled, making it unlikely for a random person to be there. However, the soldier's thoughts are abruptly interrupted by a shadow monster that delivers a quick fist attack, throwing Jiang Yu far away. In shock, the soldier realizes that Jiang Yu seems to be an incredible weakling. Uninterested in confronting Jiang Yu, the shadow monster decides to finish off the soldier with a quick attack. Fortunately, the monster is interrupted as Jiang Yu slaps him hard, demanding a confrontation. Jiang Yu challenges the monster to fight him. The monster turns its attention to Jiang Yu and launches a series of rapid attacks, which Jiang Yu skillfully avoids. Seizing the moment, Jiang Yu delivers a powerful blow with a bottle, breaking it and forming a makeshift weapon. The shadow monster attempts to attack Jiang Yu again, but he dodges quickly, moving behind the monster. Jiang Yu exploits the monster's weak spot by poking it with the sharp glass, causing it to roar in pain. Enraged, the monster furiously attacks Jiang Yu, but he easily dodges each strike. Jiang Yu lands several more blows with the broken bottle, forcing the shadow monster to retreat momentarily. Unwilling to let the monster escape, Jiang Yu shouts that he will not lose this time and rushes to the attack. Seizing an opportunity, the shadow monster takes advantage of Jiang Yu's carelessness and strikes the hero's unprotected body with its tail, sending him flying into the wall. Jiang Yu scolds himself for his momentary lapse in judgment, realizing he shouldn't have attacked the same place twice. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, Jiang Yu notes that the monster cannot be allowed to harm the children. He observes that the shadow has only 20% of its life force left, determining that today he will complete the job. The soldier urgently informs Jiang Yu about the serious injury in the shadow monster's right rib and recommends targeting that area. Taking this crucial information to heart, Jiang Yu lunges at the shadow monster with a series of well-timed attacks, employing a strategy of distraction. Jiang Yu quickly moves, finding suitable windows for attacks. After a certain number of attempts, he identifies the weak spot and manages to hit it, taking away 2% of the shadow's health, accompanied by a loud scream from the monster. As the shadow takes off again, Jiang Yu assumes it is attempting to escape. However, to his horror, the shadow flies towards a group of small children, intending to devour them and restore its health with their blood. The shadow opens its huge mouth, revealing a black clot resembling a tongue. The little boy hugs his girlfriend, both terrified as they face a row of sharp teeth. Realizing he won't reach the monster in time, Jiang Yu charges himself with energy and prepares to throw a soda can at great speed. The can crashes into the monster's head, but it pays no attention. In the nick of time, the soldier gathers his remaining strength and delivers a powerful kick to the monster's body. The soldier's vital signs drop by another 3% and he begins to cough. Furious, the shadow decides to eat the weakened soldier instead of the children. However, Jiang Yu reaches the monster in time, grabbing its face to prevent it from biting either himself or the soldier. Screaming at the monster to die, Jiang Yu sinks his teeth into it forcefully, continuing to hold the monster in his grip. He knocks the shadow to the ground and gains an advantage, striking multiple blows after inflicting enough damage. Commanding the monster to die once again, Jiang Yu delivers a powerful finishing attack that shatters the monster into pieces, filling him with newfound strength. Barely getting to his feet, Jiang Yu notices objects around him beginning to levitate. He takes a deep breath, placing his hand on his forehead, relieved that he finally got his revenge. However, his triumph is short-lived as his eyes begin to darken. Jiang Yu experiences visions of himself standing at a collection point, surrounded by piles of corpses. Confused, he recognizes the place and questions why it has changed so much. Suddenly, dozens of shadow monsters materialize around Jiang Yu, giving him no time to come to his senses. The monsters launch a relentless attack, tearing him apart in a cruel twist of fate. Barely opening his eyes, Jiang Yu finds a soldier in front of him, asking if he's okay. Clearing his throat to dispel the settling dust, Jiang Yu assures the soldier that he's fine. Turning around, he notices the head of another soldier. Realizing that his memories are cut off after killing the monster, puts his finger to his head, using the shadow pupil skill to absorb the essence of the monster. The soldier repeats his question, asking if Jiang Yu is listening. Jiang Yu, now able to hear, mentally notes the soldier's serious condition and significant blood loss. Inviting Jiang Yu to sit next to him against the wall, they both take a moment to rest. The soldier briefly looks at Jiang Yu and inquires if he's a member of the Night Watch. Mentally surprised that the soldier didn't recognize him, Jiang Yu assumes it's due to the soldier's difficulty in seeing. Jiang Yu admits that he's not part of the Night Watch, and the soldier chuckles, expressing disbelief that an ordinary person could handle someone of that level. Grumbling mentally about the soldier's attitude despite saving his life, Jiang Yu is surprised that the soldier laughs in such a difficult situation, acknowledging the remarkable individuals on the Night Watch. The soldier continues the conversation, asking about Jiang Yu's university and course. Jiang Yu reveals he's a second-year student, but doesn't get a chance to mention his department before the soldier assumes he's studying martial arts due to his strength, bypassing the humanitarian field. Abruptly, the soldier asks if Jiang Yu has any cigarettes. Jiang Yu replies that he only has snacks with him, handing the soldier a piece of the story, mentioning that the rest were broken during the fight with the monster. After eating the cookies, the soldier inquires if this is Jiang Yu's first time killing someone alone, receiving an affirmative answer. The wounded fighter confesses his admiration for the martial arts department and shares his feelings about his lower qualifications. Jiang Yu advises the soldier to conserve energy by talking less until help arrives, recognizing the severity of the situation. The soldier, despite his condition, engages in conversation, revealing a mix of camaraderie and curiosity in the aftermath of their shared battle. The soldier replies that he is fine, expressing that he simply wanted to talk to someone. Curious, Jiang Yu asks the soldier how he, as an art student, ended up in the dark world and if he regrets his choices. The soldier asserts that it was a personal choice and he has no regrets. Unable to contain himself, he shouts about being a civilian with a routine of work and conversations with girls, questioning if this is a wonderful life. Coughing again, the soldier appreciates Jong Yu's concern but insists he's okay, having sent out a distress signal confident that help will arrive soon. Jong Yu, ready to leave, is stopped as the soldier grabs his sleeve, advising him not to walk around alone and suggesting they chat a little more. Before we continue, let's take a moment to shout out at Akatsuki 9001 who commented, "This one looks interesting. Do more parts on our exorcism video. Thanks for commenting." Reluctantly, Jong Yu sits down. Listening to various stories from the soldier's life, the soldier opens up about carrying everything inside for a long time and the need for someone to chat with. Before parting, the soldier asks Jong Yu to take something to the director from the extraordinary technology specialty. Jong Yu suggests the soldier could deliver the message himself, but the soldier insists on Jong Yu taking the message. Grinning slightly, Jong Yu notes the soldier's request for a couple of chopsticks. Realizing the soldier likes them, the soldier turns his head towards the approaching sounds, mentioning that the night watch seems to have arrived. Relieved that help is on the way, Jong Yu prepares to leave. The soldier asks if Jong Yu will go with him, but Jong Yu declines, stating he can get home on his own. The soldier smiles at Jong Yu, wishing him a safe journey. Jong Yu thanks the soldier and walks away towards the house. As he turns back to check on the soldier, backup arrives, and Jong Yu approaches to check the vital signs. Noticing the wounded fighter's vital signs plummeting, Jong Yu begins to teleport, surprised that the night watch can't provide sufficient medical assistance. Fighters decide to salute as a final tribute to the fallen soldier. Jong Yu attempts to reach out to the dying soldier, but the crater suddenly sucks him in. Once again, he finds himself in a pedestrian crossing, surrounded by unsuspecting people. Jong Yu, devastated by the belief that the soldier took the lethal pill prescribed by the Night Watch, recalls a video briefing emphasizing the rule not to give up, even on the verge of death. According to Night Watch protocol, they must take a power-increasing pill, but the chances of death from poisoning reach a staggering 90%. Jiang Yu returns home, understanding why the soldier constantly laughed and wanted to talk so much. Despite the soldier's quiet and modest passing, Jiang Yu vows to always remember him, noticing his own life bar in the mirror, surprisingly high despite his weakened state. Jiang Yu, struggling to stand, believes that physical training alone is not sufficient and that he needs to concentrate on willpower. His thoughts are interrupted by Yao Yao's question about eggs, causing him to drop the food in fear. Yao Yao confronts Jong Yu about not answering calls and not being at home, questioning if he went to the hen house for eggs. Jong Yu hastily makes up an excuse about a long line, but after a moment, he turns around and asks Yao Yao where she got the keys to his apartment. What will happen next? Find out next time by staying tuned for our future recaps. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great recaps. Jong Yu stood frozen, allowing Yao Yao to scrutinize him. He reluctantly acknowledged that convincing her of the truth would be an impossible feat. After a brief silence, Yao Yao inquired about any pain he might be experiencing. Jong Yu, feeling a twinge of embarrassment, assured her he was fine and just wanted to rest. Yao Yao, with a swift departure, insisted that he needed to disclose everything to Uncle Lee, emphasizing the futility of nighttime conflicts. Defying her advice, Jung Yu grasped Yao Yao's hand, pleading with her not to involve her uncle. A theatrical gesture, he collapsed to the floor, claiming weakness. Concerned, Yao Yao suggested he go to the hospital, but Jung Yu waved it off, asserting he had everything he needed at home. Irritated, Yao Yao questioned if he expected her to administer medicine. Jung Yu, with a smile, requested her help in patching him up. Yao Yao, lacking unnecessary tenderness, bandaged Jong Yu's wounds, eliciting cries of irritation. She struck him on the shoulder, cautioning against future fights. Jong Yu promised restraint, but when Yao Yao asked for a swear, he hesitated, asserting the inherent nature of men's desire to fight. In a playful exchange, Yao Yao lightly hit Jiang Yu, extracting a vow that he would avoid further altercations. With the bandaging complete, she announced her departure, and Jiang Yu, attempting humor, invited her to stay, mentioning his spacious bed. As Yao Yao left, she playfully stuck her tongue out at Jiang Yu. Alone, he recalled the soldier's request for a message to Beta. Suddenly, he leaped out of bed, realizing he didn't know his ally's name. Before we continue, take a moment to answer the question of the day. Who is the most goated shadow user? Comment down below for a chance to be shouted out. Now, back to the recap. Determined, Jiang Yu decided to gather information about the one he recently defeated. Contemplating whether the first person he killed would be replaced or consumed by the shadows, Jiang Yu discovered a newfound skill, the sneaky strike. Intrigued, he stood in the room's center, attempting to activate the skill. When nothing happened, suspicion arose about a system malfunction. Reflecting on the absence of a target, Jiang Yu explored his options, revealing himself as a stalker at home in the shadows. Perplexed by the convoluted language of the system's messages, Jiang Yu contemplated his options in the light. The system then informed him of significant changes in his shadow, granting him full control and the ability to merge with it. Excited by the prospect, Zhang Yu learned that training in this new form would yield substantial effects. The system also revealed a unique trait. In case of serious injuries, his blood volume would be delayed, prolonging his survival. Considering the benefits, Zhang Yu decided to summon his shadow to test its capabilities. Within seconds, the shadow emerged from the floor, awaiting his commands. Curious, Zhang Yu cautiously touched the shadow, slowly merging with it. As darkness enveloped his skin, he found himself fully merged and eager to explore the potential of his new form. Zhang Yu tested his newfound speed, becoming a shapeless clot of shadow energy at breakneck speed. Satisfied, he shifted focus to strength training, effortlessly lifting his bed. Overwhelmed with joy, Zhang Yu proclaimed his invincibility. Noticing the inconspicuous nature of his shadow form, he found it justified. Reveling in his newfound powers, Zhang Yu hoped that he had become invincible. Feeling a sense of relief, he checked his wounds, only to find them completely healed. Protagonist noted that activating the shadow form seemed to significantly enhance his regenerative abilities. The next morning, Zhang Yu's presence became the talk among Yao Yao's classmates after a photo of him circulated on social media. Rumors of a merchant encounter and a knife fight spread, but Yao Yao dismissed them, attributing the commotion to a dog chase. Curious, Yao Yao and two classmates visited Zhang Yu's apartment. One of Yao Yao's friends questioned how Yao Yao obtained Zhang Yu's key, leaving her puzzled. Evading the inquiry, Yao Yao entered the apartment with her friends. Zhang Yu, seated in the room's center, checked a suddenly reopened wound. Concerned, Yao Yao approached, asking if he had bandages. Excited by his new muscles, Yao Yao's friends reached out, prompting Yao Yao to usher them into the living room. Screams emanated from the room, raising concern. Yao Yao assured her friends that Zhang Yu would be fine. Treating Zhang Yu's wound, she applied ointment, claiming it didn't hurt. While emphasizing the need for thorough treatment, Zhang Yu found himself distracted by Yao Yao's legs. Yao Yao, noting his penchant for fighting, expressed concern. Zhang Yu, evasively honest, admitted to an act of knightly justice. Skeptical, Yao Yao accused him of lying. Zhang Yu, changing the subject, inquired about Uncle Lu's return time, learning he hadn't returned. Reflecting on the night watch's demanding nature, Zhang Yu acknowledged the sacrifices made by its employees. Uncle Li lost an arm, and a soldier died at 20. Concerned for her father, Yao Yao asked if Zhang Yu would join the night watch if he passed the martial arts exam. Zhang Yu, contemplating the offer, redirected the conversation, asking if there would be beauties there. Unamused by Zhang Yu's joke, Yao Yao playfully pulls his cheek, instructing him to keep quiet. Outside the door, Yao Yao's friends eavesdrop on the bickering. When the sounds of the squabble fade, they enter the room, concerned about Zhang Yu's well-being. Zhang Yu, sitting on the sofa, assures them he's fine and invites them to take a seat. As the guests settle in, Zhang Yu concocts fictional tales of his adventures. Meanwhile, Yao Yao announces her trip to the store, taking Zhang Yu's torn jacket with her to discard. Unfazed, Zhang Yu continues entertaining his guests. Suddenly, he recalls items left in the jacket and rushes to Yao Yao, requesting her to wait. A package of feminine pads falls out, surprising everyone. Zhang Yu explains that Yao Yao had a stomach ache, and he intended to comfort her upon her return. The friends, intrigued, watch the unfolding events, capturing them on their phones. Zhang Yu hands the package to Yao Yao, suggesting it might come in handy. Blushing, Yao Yao scolds him for his gesture, throwing the package back at him. Rubbing his forehead where the packaging hit him, Zhang Yu fails to grasp why Yao Yao is so angry. Eventually, Yao Yao and her friends leave, leaving Zhang Yu alone. Seizing the opportunity, he activates the Shadow Pupil skill, creating a portal to the Shadow World. While the portal charges, Zhang Yu reverts to his shadow form, deciding to undergo training. Smoothly transported to the Shadow World, Zhang Yu feels an unusual comfort, reminiscent of finding oneself in pure nature after leaving a polluted city. He notices that his stomachache has disappeared, and his blood volume has significantly increased. Eager to capitalize on his newfound energy, Zhang Yu attempts a jump, soaring several meters without calculating his strength. Feeling overwhelmed with boundless energy, Zhang Yu decides to continue training. The system alerts him to the activation of the Shadow Bite, absorbing darkness from the shadow layer. During the training sessions, his physical condition becomes incredibly stronger, marking a significant improvement. Zhang Yu, feeling cramped in his small room, opts for outdoor practice. Choosing horizontal bars, he effortlessly tackles even the most challenging exercises. Meanwhile, in another corner, a meeting commences at the Night Watch headquarters. The speaker reports a surge in unrest within the Shadow City, marked by increased frequency and unpredictability. Night Watch units reveal unsettling gaps discovered in the northern, southern, and eastern districts. During the discussion, a participant notes that pollution, as depicted on the map, predominantly blankets residential areas. Uncle Lu, attending the meeting, reflects on the recent surge in appearances of unknown entities. In the past 2 days alone, 4 incidents involved people being dragged into the Shadow City. Despite the seemingly low number, Uncle Lu acknowledges the uncertainty surrounding the timing of the next attack. Comparing the breaches to the Shadow Layer anomaly, Lu perceives a heightened threat. He likens the situation to a Godzilla-like figure in the Shadow Layer on steroids. Sharing his concerns with the Council, Uncle Lu urges caution, reminding them that these are mere suspicions. He questions their readiness for battle, receiving no immediate response. Taking a moment, Uncle Lu reaches for his pack of cigarettes, but to his surprise, finds cookies in his mouth. Yao Yao's playful switch. Uncle Li, observing the situation, throws Lu his actual pack, catching it effortlessly. However, Lu, concerned about lung cancer, declines the cigarettes. Uncle Li chuckles, skeptical of Lu's claim, swiftly steering the conversation back to more pressing matters. After some time, Uncle Lu seeks confirmation on the information discussed. Uncle Li directs him to check his laptop, where a message awaits, instructing all Rank 2 specials to submit their children's applications for admission. After passing the exam, Uncle Lu inquires about the department Uncle Li is considering for Jiang Yu. Li suggests that Jiang Yu might excel in ordinary crafts rather than pursuing martial arts or humanities. Lu presses for clarity on what would happen if Jiang Yu performs exceptionally well in the exam. Li, with a final breath, provides an evasive response and exits the room. Unsatisfied, Lu asks for a clearer expression of Li's thoughts, to which he advises Jiang Yu to conscientiously fulfill his duties. As they discuss, a girl enters the room with news from the Shadow Layer. A new report on the others reveals a strange entity resembling a humanoid shadow discovered in the Qin Theater Garden. This creature engages in constant sports activities, saluting when detectors approach. The observer found information gaps about this unusual other in the databases, leaving Lu intrigued about its nature. Meanwhile, in the Shadow Layer, Jiang Yu encounters a spider monster, noting its protein-rich content. Filming the encounter on his phone, he praises the health benefits of spider meat. Delighted that his video gains popularity, Jiang Yu plans to start a live broadcast about the others. His joy is abruptly interrupted by a system notification, nearly causing him to drop his phone. The notice threatens Jiang Yu's life, stating that he must commit a murder within 100 hours to ensure his survival. Shocked and angered by the system's sudden threat, Jiang Yu struggles to comprehend the gravity of the situation. The looming deadline echoes in his mind, freezing him in place as he grapples with the reality that his life hangs in the balance. Recalling the skill description and understanding the risks involved, Jiang Yu realizes he's in trouble, but attempts to calm himself, resolving to devise a plan urgently. Jiang Yu carefully reviews the detailed description of his newfound ability, contemplating its implications. He comes to the realization that he is destined to assume the role of a hunter, a revelation that leads him to believe he can sustain his own existence by taking the lives of others and perhaps attain immortality. Intriguingly, the system adds a layer of complexity to the concept of immortality, suggesting it may involve not only the prevention of death, but also the transference of the soul to a new body upon demise. This notion perplexes Jiang Yu. He approaches it with skepticism. Despite his doubts, Jiang Yu grapples with the system's suggestion that he should find enjoyment in the act of killing. He grinds his thoughts, rejecting the idea that he can derive pleasure from such a grim task. Collecting himself, he surveys his surroundings, spotting a spider around the corner. Mentally steeling himself, he acknowledges the need to eliminate the spider to earn valuable hit points. With determination, Jiang Yu strategically positions his phone next to a pot, supported by a pebble, setting the stage to document his impending confrontation with the spider. After making the necessary preparations, he summons his shadow form with a wave of his hand. Speaking softly to his audience, he carefully approaches the unsuspecting spider from behind, wielding a bat. Noting his anticipation to use the steel he invested in, Jiang Yu strikes the spider multiple times, jolting it away. In his shadow form, Jiang Yu realizes his near invisibility and decides to exploit this advantage to identify the creature's weak points. Circling the spider, Jiang Yu identifies a significant vulnerability around its sting and readies himself for a strategic strike. Meanwhile, half an hour earlier, the spider had been peacefully nesting on the street, content with the comfortable environment. Reflecting on a recent encounter with an adversary, the spider acknowledges minor injuries, but a satisfying full meal. The monster opts for some rest to restore its strength fully, unaware of the impending threat. Suddenly, the spider's instincts kick in, detecting someone closely observing it. Alert and scanning its surroundings, the spider, unable to spot anyone with its eyes, deems the current location unsafe and decides to relocate for the night. Unexpectedly, intense pain surges through the spider as shadow lightning emanates from Jiang Yu's attack. Standing behind the monster, Jiang Yu senses the shadow energy flowing out of him like a river and contemplates the possibility of uncovering another weak point to unleash his full power. Jiang Yu, determined to capitalize on the situation, attempts to withdraw the bat from the spider's wound, relieved to find that only 40% of the creature's blood remains. However, the spider swiftly retaliates by unleashing a beam of red energy at the confident Jiang Yu, propelling him forcefully into the wall. Despite the impact, Jiang Yu reassures himself that such a blow has no effect on him. As the dust settles, the spider, now enraged, frantically searches for its unseen assailant. Jiang Yu, still invisible to the spider, seizes the opportunity to rise and initiates a shadow attack, submerging himself underground as if navigating water. Observing the spider from below, Jiang Yu marvels at the effectiveness of attacking from the shadows. Realizing the advantage of striking at the opportune moment rather than engaging in direct confrontation, Jiang Yu patiently awaits the right time. The spider, in its furious spins, inadvertently exacerbates the minor bleeding damage caused by the lodged bat. Sensing the perfect moment, Jiang Yu decides it's time for the final blow. Meanwhile, on the streaming platform, a bored white-haired girl explores various channels discussing diverse topics, such as travel, social experiments, and more. Suddenly, she stumbles upon Jiang Yu's stream under the pseudonym Yo. Intrigued by the real and intense battles showcased, she becomes a captivated viewer. Irritated by the skepticism of Yo's other viewers, she joins the chat, offering assistance to Yo. The unexpected twist of Jiang Yu emerging from the shadows next to the spider surprises the girl, leading her to suspect that the broadcast might involve multiple contributors. Contentedly, she decides to stay on the stream, acknowledging the increasing intrigue. Jiang Yu springs out of the shadows, soaring into the air above the unsuspecting spider. However, the spider, attuned to the impending threat, hears Jiang Yu's whistle and swiftly turns around, meeting him with a decisive strike from its sting. The sting, sharp as a knife through butter, pierces Jiang Yu's surface, unleashing a cloud of smoke and fragments of stones in its wake. As the smoke dissipates, the spider realizes that the impact site is empty. Someone playfully pokes a finger at the spider from the other side, prompting it to turn around in confusion. Unbeknownst to the spider, Jiang Yu continues filming, taunting the perplexed monster. Evading the spider's attacks with increasing ease, Jiang Yu mocks and teases it, delighting in his agility. The impressed girl watching the stream admires Jiang Yu's speed, describing him as incredibly handsome and swift. In response to Jiang Yu's evasion tactics, the spider shifts its strategy and unleashes a stream of purple acid, forming a puddle around it. This acidic barrier poses a challenge for undetected ground approaches. Jiang Yu questions the spider, challenging its belief that the acid-covered ground will hinder him. Climbing onto a nearby building, Jiang Yu ignites with blue fire, revealing his location to the spider. Prepared for the attack, Jiang Yu transforms into a shadow clot and swiftly navigates through the building towards the spider. The spider retaliates by spewing acid streams, covering the building that Jiang Yu passes through. Unfazed, Jiang Yu easily teleports to another shadow, explaining his ability to traverse buildings as needed. Employing a series of shadow dashes, Jiang Yu retrieves the bat from the spider's body, reappearing directly below it. Without giving the monster any time to react, Jiang Yu delivers a fatal blow, stabbing it through the head with the bat. Moving away from the lifeless body, Jiang Yu utilizes the shadow bite skill, absorbing the defeated spider's powers. Declaring his hunt over for the day, Jiang Yu impresses the girl, who finds the sight incredibly exciting. The girl, captivated by the experience, reaches out to blogger Yo, expressing her desire to join him on a mission. Meanwhile, Jiang Yu studies the spider's characteristics, discovering its relative weakness. Expressing disappointment, Jiang Yu reflects on the power gap between him and stronger adversaries. Nevertheless, he credits his victory to the effective use of the shadow attack and the broadcast, celebrating the fact that he now has a substantial viewership of 150. In a moment of excitement, Jiang Yu decides to experiment with the shadow network skill. Concentrating, he shoots a black substance resembling a spider's rope into a building. Climbing up on the makeshift rope, Jiang Yu exclaims joyfully about his success. However, in his exuberance, he loses focus and fails to react in time, crashing face first into a wall. Jiang Yu tumbles down, landing on a lantern, acknowledging the need to practice the shadow network skill more. Checking his statuses in the system, he discovers that his lifespan has increased to 7 days. Displeased with the seemingly insignificant extension, Jiang Yu remarks that despite having a week to spare, finding suitable targets is no easy feat. To enhance his safety, Jiang Yu accesses the system once more and unlocks the mark skill, allowing him to mark a selected target. The system warns him that the mark's effect will last only 1 second for a single target, but can be extended with an increase in reputation. However, using this skill will reveal Jiang Yu's location, necessitating extreme caution. Realizing the potential of gaining subscribers and boosting his reputation through live broadcasts, Jiang Yu hatches a cunning plan to hunt others and rise to fame. Jumping to the ground, he sets his sights on a new opponent, superior in size and strength to the previous one. Marking the target, Jiang Yu confidently descends, aiming for a stealthy attack. As time passes, Yao Yao tends to Jiang Yu's wounds from the last fight, listening to his complaints about the pain. Unimpressed by Jiang Yu's heroics, Yao Yao advises him not to venture out without the right skills. Jiang Yu, muttering about his ability to heal in seconds with the shadow form, assures Yao Yao that he refrains from using it. Curious, Yao Yao questions Jiang Yu about his muttered remarks. Swiftly changing the topic, Jiang Yu suggests watching a movie. Yao Yao, noting the limited options, mentions a recent blogger who has piqued everyone's interest. Jiang Yu, eager for distraction, decides to join the viewership and explore the new blogger's content with Yao Yao. Yao Yao approached Jiang Yu, holding out her phone playing a recording of his own broadcast. Surprised, Jiang Yu spit out the water he was drinking, coughing violently. Concerned, Yao Yao took a step back and inquired about the cause of his extreme reaction. Jiang Yu, brushing it off with vague responses, asked her how often she watches this blogger. Moving closer again, Yao Yao revealed that she had been following this blogger for 2 days, emphasizing the rapid rise in popularity. Jiang Yu, worried about attracting unwanted attention, questioned Yao Yao about the legality of exposing others. Yao Yao suggested it wasn't worth disclosing such information, noting that Yo's shows don't affect people's consciousness, making it non-offensive. Drawing even closer, Yao Yao showed Jiang Yu the video, expressing her desire to emulate the blogger's effective conflict resolution. She pointed out that another blogger had already analyzed Yo's video, leaving Jiang Yu impressed with Yao Yao's enthusiasm. After watching the video, Yao Yao asked Jiang Yu if she could also become famous someday. Jiang Yu, curious about her plans, jokingly suggested a scenario involving a white silk dress and dancing in the shadow layer. Embarrassed, Yao Yao considered creating videos about others, but Jiang Yu cautioned that it might be too informative. He warned her about potential consequences, including fans following her if she wore such an outfit. Yao Yao's expression changed, suspecting something was amiss. Pointing a gun at Jiang Yu's back, she demanded to know if he got his injuries while tracking someone. Startled, Jiang Yu admitted it was just a joke. As Yao Yao left, Jiang Yu, seeking respite, slumped onto the couch, checking his phone. Bombarded with skeptical assumptions in his messages, he clicked on a link to a video where a user named up.by mocked him as a fraud. Perplexed, Jiang Yu pondered why he was considered a scammer. Earthly Gift presents its initial evidence by pointing out the lack of smooth transitions in several frames of the video, indicating potential editing splices. The blogger also scrutinizes the background, suggesting the presence of a superimposed special effect. Jiang Yu dismisses Earth-2 as a mere food blogger, puzzled by his sudden decision to expose him. Earth-Dao, a freelance member of the Night Watch, asserts his ability to easily identify fakes. Jiang Yu, perusing the comments, notices some viewers supporting Earthly TOA, predicting that these individuals will eventually discover the complete truth. Determined to teach Earthly TOA a lesson before pursuing other aliens, Jiang Yu activates the shadow pupil once again. This time, he enhances his approach by attaching a mini-camera to his shoulder for more natural footage. Surveying the city, he observes a lower number of others today, mindful that the shadow layer undergoes periodic resets. After an extensive search, Jiang Yu spots a 6th-rank target and decides it's time to commence hunting. Armed with a bat enhanced by shadow powers, he expresses keen interest in the capabilities of this 6th-rank other. Jiang Yu leaps off the building, intending to strike directly at his target. However, to his frustration, the intended victim is nowhere to be found below. Undeterred, Jiang Yu swiftly descends the stairs, eventually stumbling upon another 6th-rank other searching for potential victims. Concentrating, Jiang Yu casts a marking spell on the unsuspecting opponent, who immediately senses Jiang Yu's presence, with their heartbeat escalating. The marked other, gripped by unexplained fear, frantically scans the surroundings. Jiang Yu discerns similarities between this other and the monster from his initial journey, but believes he has evolved to become a more formidable fighter. With determination, Jiang Yu charges, employing the six-strike technique to impale the monster with his bat. The other sustains severe damage, reducing their life force to 45%, accompanied by a high-pitched scream of pain. Propelled into the air, the other attempts to flee, prompting Jiang Yu to pursue relentlessly. Reactivating the tag and intensifying the chase, Jiang Yu delivers a crushing blow, only to be surprised as the creature effortlessly dodges, executing rapid dashes in the air. Opting for a quick counterattack, the monster attempts to strike from behind, but Jiang Yu agilely evades by leaping to the side and propelling off the wall upon landing. In response, Jiang Yu swings his bat, making a swift dash toward his opponent. However, the other opens its mouth, employing tentacles to accumulate psionic energy for a mental attack. Caught off guard, Jiang Yu loses initiative and begins to feel increasingly dizzy. Seizing the opportunity, the monster unleashes a series of psionic blows, inflicting substantial damage on Jiang Yu. Rising to his feet after the assault, Jiang Yu notes a significant drop in his blood count, down by 34% in a single hit. Realizing the urgency to change his strategy, Jiang Yu evades the monster's blade attacks by diving into the shadows. The monster, sensing Jiang Yu's maneuvers, strikes multiple times in close proximity. Yet, Jiang Yu suddenly disappears from sight, reappearing atop the monster and initiating a barrage of powerful blows. Jiang Yu accelerates into super speed, delivering rapid, elusive strikes while circling the monster. In response to the feeble attempts of the monster to escape, Jiang Yu lands a powerful elbow strike, knocking it to the ground. Preparing for the final blow with a decapitation move, Jiang Yu is taken aback when the other's face partially dissolves, revealing Lin Mo, the same soldier he fought during his first encounter with another. Confused and unable to comprehend Lin Mo's transformation, Jiang Yu hesitates. Before Jiang Yu can grasp the situation, the other retaliates, throwing him away with a blast of dark energy and escaping. Seizing the opportunity, the monster flees, leaving Jiang Yu with unanswered questions. Determined to uncover the truth, Jiang Yu resumes the chase, urging the monster to stop. However, after a few minutes, he loses sight of the creature. The system alerts Jiang Yu that the hunt was nearly successful, but the unforeseen turn of events at the last moment has jeopardized his plan. Warns that repeated failures will not only shorten his lifespan, but also weaken him. The system's relentless repetition of the grim warning infuriates Jiang Yu, who angrily strikes the screen. Contemplating the sacrifice of heroes and the potential transformation into a monster in death, Jiang Yu grapples with the uncertainty of his fate. Despite these unsettling thoughts, he resolves to press on with the hunt, acknowledging that there is no turning back. Arriving in Eastern District No. 1, a known gathering place for others, Jiang Yu employs the Shadow's pupil to create a portal to the building's roof for a better vantage point. Sensing numerous others in the vicinity, Jiang Yu observes a large one on a neighboring building's roof. Noticing a serious injury to his own leg, Jiang Yu sees an opportunity for an advantage in a potential fight with the creature. Attempting to approach the other stealthily, Jiang Yu carefully emerges from the shadows, but the monster detects his presence. Swiftly retreating back into the shadows, Jiang Yu strategizes. Observing red dots on the monster's body, he speculates that they contribute to its sensitivity. Jiang Yu patiently waits for the right moment, then, appearing above the monster, reactivates the mark and boldly launches into battle. Meanwhile, in Jiang Yu's apartment kitchen, Yao Yao stands as the front door closes. Without turning around, she questions Jiang Yu about his whereabouts. Turning to see Uncle Li and Lu arriving, Yao Yao discovers they are cooking for Jiang Yu again. Lu notices the effort and playfully muses about raising a daughter for him. Yao Yao, embarrassed, dismisses her father's playful banter and asks her uncles about their early return. They explain finishing work early, prompting Yao Yao's father to suggest going to a restaurant. However, Yao Yao, nearly done cooking, suggests going another day. Uncle Li invites everyone to sit at the table, signaling the beginning of a family gathering. Li inquires about Jiang Yu's whereabouts, assuming he went out for a walk and would be back soon. Uncle Li expresses outrage at Jiang. "You're going out to have fun," leaving Yao Yao alone. As the front door opens again, Jiang Yu enters, expressing his hunger and commenting on the delicious aroma of Yao Yao's cooking. He turns to Yao Yao, claiming he's in a good mood and has bought her favorite candy, acknowledging the numerous messages she sent him. Yao Yao and the uncles respond with significant silence and awkward glances, quickly adopting the persona of the innocent. Jiang Yu explains his tardiness by claiming he was attacked by a dog on the way. Uncle Li emphasizes the rarity of their moments together and urges Jiang Yu not to ruin the fun, insisting he sit down at the table. Once seated, Jiang Yu receives a pat on the shoulder from Uncle Lu, who encourages him to fight for what he wants as a guy. Uncle Lu shares his own experiences of showing off to impress a girl he liked during his youth. Uncle Li questions Lu about his recent encounter with a girl, prompting a vivid description of his girlfriend's merits. Raising his glass to toast the success success of everyone present, Uncle Lu notices Yao Yao blushing when her father talks about his girlfriend. Jiang Yu proposes the next toast, particularly to Uncle Lu, with a mischievous smile, hinting at potential romantic entanglements. He adds a playful comment about Uncle Lu eating more vegetables, knowing he rarely gets to enjoy Yao Yao's cooking due to his busy schedule. Uncle Lu reflects on Yao Yao's efforts to take care of Jiang Yu. After some time, Yao Yao and Uncle Lu bid farewell to Jiang Yu and Uncle Li, heading home. Left alone, Jiang Yu offers Uncle Li a drink of water, but he declines. Suddenly, Uncle Li reveals that he wants to ask Jiang Yu something important. Staring intently, Uncle Li mentions his 20 years of service on the night watch, claiming it costs him nothing to recognize Jiang Yu's injuries. He then probes Jiang Yu about when his abilities first appeared. Seated on the sofa next to his uncle, Jiang Yu reveals that his abilities manifested half a month ago. Uncle Li, concerned yet composed, inquires about the nature of the manifestation, urging Jiang Yu to answer honestly. Jiang Yu admits that the sudden appearance of his abilities took him by surprise. He didn't fully understand how it happened. Uncle Li expresses surprise, noting that such occurrences are extremely rare. Jiang Yu, attributing the manifestation to his exceptional talents, receives Uncle Li's knowing silence with modesty. Uncle Li places a reassuring hand on Jiang Yu's shoulder and discloses that there will be a test this year, and everyone must pass the martial arts exam. Jiang Yu mentions that both he and Yao Yao are aware of the upcoming test. As Uncle Li goes to fetch a cigarette, he explains the increasing pressure on the night watch unit and the rising number of victims. Offering a backup plan in case Jiang Yu fails the martial arts exam, Uncle Li suggests various schools Jiang Yu can attend. He mentions the art department for those who enjoy comics. However, when Jiang Yu casually suggests skipping university and taking a different path, Uncle Li reacts strongly, slapping him and insisting that he cannot dream of such a thing. He advises Jiang Yu to attend Lindong University, secure a stable job, and live happily with Yao Yao. Jiang Yu, expressing his desire to become a special member of the Night Watch, defies Uncle Li's wishes. Threatening to report his uncle, Jiang Yu stands firm, declaring that the special world is filled with dangers that Uncle Li won't be able to protect him from forever. Uncle Li warns Jiang Yu that he may regret his decision and encourages him to study calmly. But Jiang Yu insists on his seriousness, asserting that dangers exist everywhere. Uncle Li acknowledges Jiang Yu's decision, but advises him to contact him if he ever considers transferring. Jiang Yu requests his uncle not to hinder his path, and Uncle Li, shrugging it off, bids him goodbye. As Jiang Yu leaves, he shares information from Yao Yao that special individuals must use all their powers before dying to avoid transforming into a monster. Contemplating the possibility of a person becoming different even after exhausting their powers, Jiang Yu receives an affirmative response from Uncle Li. When questioned about his curiosity, Jiang Yu attributes it to sporting interest. Uncle Li advises him to take a break and stop fighting, emphasizing that the upcoming challenge before the new year requires preparation for victory. After imparting this advice, Uncle Li leaves, leaving Jiang Yu alone with his thoughts on the sofa. Jiang Yu reflects on the reasons behind Lin Mo's transformation into another, considering the Night Watch's duty to take people from the battlefield, regardless of their abilities. He entertains the idea that he might have been mistaken, and that the person he fought with had the ability to induce hallucinations. Switching focus to Jiang Yu's blog, a viewer finds a new video and joyfully notices increased engagement, albeit from haters and skeptics. Comfortably seated, she passionately replies to those who disagree, affirming her belief in the blogger's credibility. Engrossed in the video, she appreciates the immersive experience provided by the mini-camera attached to Jiang Yu's body. In the footage, Jiang Yu jumps off a building, causing a momentary scare, but he skillfully uses a shadow net to swing tens of meters above the ground, delighting his fans. However, a sudden beam of otherworldly energy strikes Jiang Yu, knocking him down. Another approaches, preventing his escape. Jiang Yu faces a formidable opponent. With a swift maneuver involving a shadow net, he breaks free and knocks over the other. Before we continue, let's take a moment to shout out at the Demon Hunter 6261, who commented, "There are just too many characters, but Baru since solo leveling Wacy first Manhwa on our Spirit Realm video. Thanks for commenting." The viewer, captivated by Jiang Yu's shadow form, expresses admiration, deeming him incredibly handsome. As Jiang Yu continues to fight the huge monster, the viewer notes the natural and plausible execution, firmly convinced that Jiang Yu is indeed a real killer. Observing Jiang Yu using Shadow Bite to absorb the opponent's essence, she speculates that he aims to gain additional abilities, recalling a similar tactic during his encounter with the giant spider. Later, after enduring the physical toll of a recent battle, Jiang Yu returns home, his body adorned with wounds. In a quiet moment of self-reflection, he stands before a mirror, examining the visible marks of his struggles. Jiang Yu, contemplates the strength of others in the vicinity, acknowledging that without his injuries, survival would have been an insurmountable challenge. As he opens his phone, Jong-yu finds himself once again drawn to a video featuring the earthly town. The blogger's analysis captivates him, especially the revelation that the adversary he faced was not only wounded, but also remarkably weak. In a candid video review, Jong-yu voices his frustration at the lack of spectacle in the recent fight. Despite the apparent weakness of his opponents, Jong-yu recognizes that his current strength falls short of his aspirations. In a moment of determination, Jong-yu accesses the system window to scrutinize his data. Contrary to his initial belief, the displayed strength is deceiving, and Jong-yu is incensed by the realization. Acknowledging the need for improvement, Jong-yu accepts that his abilities are insufficient. He resolves to become exceptionally strong, aiming to quell any doubts others may have about him. What will happen next? Find out next time by staying tuned for our future recaps. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great recaps.